So today is day 4 of me posting poultry content every day in the month of December. So today we are stocking our line of cages. See, everything is empty, and I just want to show you some of the things we did as we prepare for stocking this cage. You would know that we had birds in these cages before. We sold them, and now it's time to stock them. But of course, before we stock new birds, new points of lay in these cages, there are some things we had to do to ensure that these cages are safe to take in new birds. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about how we ensure that these old cages are pretty safe for new points of lay. So let's get into what we did. Come. Hi guys, welcome to Poultry with Modupe. My name is Modupe. If you're coming across a video from me for the first time, welcome here. My name is Modupe. I make poultry videos, layer poultry farming videos. I am based in Nigeria, and please do want to subscribe on this channel before you leave. And if you're a returning subscriber, my real MVP, thank you for stopping by again. So like you know, we saw the smoky flock and we're expecting new birds today. Funny thing is that the new birds we're expecting today, we don't even have a name for them yet. Maybe by the time they arrive, there'll be inspiration. But for now, we don't have a name for them. Hopefully, we'll have a name in no time. So the first thing we have to do when we sold the birds, of course, you see that most of the doors are opened. This is what I mean by the door. Let me use somewhere shorter. So these are the doors. Most of the doors, you see that they are opened. And we have to do that to be sure that things are working well. Okay, now I've seen something now. Look at this place is dripping, and it shouldn't be. So we're going to check why this is happening. Let's fix it again. Is it still dripping? If it's still dripping, then something is wrong. Okay, so that's also one of the things we have to ensure, that things are fine before we put in the new birds. So when we sold all the birds, what we did, open the doors to be sure that the doors are fine. Any door that isn't working well, we have to change it. So that's one. We checked all the doors, that the doors are fine. Another thing we did was that we used hydrogen peroxide. We used hydrocare to clean the pipes. I would have a picture of what hydrocare looks like. We will put it in the water bucket. Let me go to where the water bucket is. And in this meantime, let me tell you to please subscribe on this channel if you haven't subscribed. Please like, please share, please comment. And don't skip my ads again. So this is the water bucket. So we'll put the hydrocare in this water bucket, and we'll let it sit for about 5-6 hours. We'll put it in the water bucket. The water bucket is usually full. We'll put the hydrocare there. Then we'll open the pipe at the end there, so that we are sure that the water in this water bucket gets into the old pipe. Then we'll let it sit for about 6 hours, and we'll flush it off. We did that twice to be sure that inside of the water pipe, inside the water pipes are clean. And that's to ensure that the new birds that are coming, they don't have to deal with any water issues at the farm. Another thing we did was that we changed all these water cups. Yeah, that's another thing we did. So many of them, we built these cages, I think 2 years ago. Yeah, so the birds we sold were the first set of birds we raised in these cages. So you know how let me show you these birds. So you see they are big. They are big, their mouths. Whenever they are drinking water from here, they would probably peck on these water cups. And the water cups might have holes. I don't know if there's anyone that has holes here. So what we did was that we changed all the water cups that have holes in them. That was another thing we did. We changed all water cups that had holes in them. So you see, I've mentioned 3 things. We opened all the doors, all the cage doors, to be sure that they are all fine, that everything works. We cleaned inside the water pipes. We put hydrocare in this water and use it to clean the water pipes. That's another thing we did. Then we changed all the water cups that is leaking. We changed all that also. So another thing we also did was we also cleaned all these feeders. See, they are looking clean. They don't look like what they have gone through in the last one cycle of we keeping birds in them. So they are looking very clean. We cleaned them, cleaned the outside, you see, clean the outside and clean the inside also. Then of course, even after we changed all this, you see this is looking very clean. It looks different. You see this is clean, so it means we changed this one. It's looking different from this one up here that we didn't change. We probably just cleaned. Yeah, so those are some of the things we did to ensure that things were very fine. Then we thoroughly scrubbed the floors. So that anything on the floor is taken out. Then the pit also was really cleaned. Like the man that cleans the pit, he came here, he used shovel to scrape everything. Like we did serious scraping to be sure that all the waste from the previous cycle is out of the pit. So another thing we also did was that we fumigated the cages. Seriously. I think we did the fumigation 2 times. Yeah, we fumigated the whole cages. We fumigated against lice. We use lice chemicals. We use disinfectants also to fumigate. So another thing we also did was that we fumigated the nets. All these are our nets. We fumigated them all. That means we fumigated inside the pen, because of course we were bringing in birds from another farm. The birds were raised in another farm, and we have birds also in this pen. So it's not like the pen is all empty. So those are some of the things we had to do to ensure that the new birds that are coming, they are meeting things very fine. They are meeting things very okay. Yeah. So another thing we had to do, and that's what we're going to do now, is that we had to flush the water pipes. So you know we used hydrocare to clean inside the water pipe. Now we would now have to use pressure from the borehole. So if you have like a pressure washer or a pressure machine, you can also use that. So I'm using pressure from the borehole. So we would insert a water pipe to the borehole and bring it directly inside the water pipes, so that it pushes. I'm sure I'll probably be able to do it so that you still see if any dirt would come out. And that's also another thing we do to ensure that things are fine, to ensure that the cages are set and ready to take in new birds. So that's about it. The birds are going to be arriving in a few hours, and I have to be at the farm today to be sure that things are how they should be, not how I told them to be, how they should be. So I'm still looking around to see that, okay, this thing is leaking here, I would have to fix it. So that's about how we clean our cages to welcome in new points of lay. Thank you for watching. So we'll see you on another video. Bye bye. If you've not subscribed, you should now.